What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode. We're just gonna NBA Finals on Thursday, so we're gonna hop right into that. Let's start with the recap. Yesterday, Miami almost shocked Boston after what was like a 10-point game with like a minute 45 left, and then just came up just short off a missed three from Jimmy. Just a quick recap on that series. Like Jimmy just couldn't do it all. He had a great game 6. He won it. He pretty much kept it in game 7 the entire time.
Yeah.
But he didn't show up games 3, 4.
A lot of people that I've seen haven't liked that shot that he took, but
I thought it was
the best player with the ball in his hands, he's got to take that shot.
And he had played 48 minutes, and their team was banged up. Like you really thought in overtime you were going to be able to outlast Boston, probably not. So he went for the win. And after the game he played, I'm not surprised that he did. I would have been okay with that.
Also, when your leading scorer in the regular season plays 7 minutes and scores 0 points,
and he's not playing game 6 or 5,
right? It's hard to win a series. But yeah, the reason Miami came up short was just scoring. I mean, Lowry only had 15. Bam had a good game with 25. I did not think he was going to play as well as he did.
And I kept him in it too.
But yeah, Max Strus is there to shoot. He only had 8 points. They just didn't have enough scoring. And then obviously Boston, Tatum was really good with 26. And so was Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart. They each did their thing. So
yeah, I don't know if you really want Marcus Smart taking 22 shots and Jaylen Brown taking 15. I feel like that should be swapped.
Yeah.
But besides that, you got what you got from Marcus Smart. However, Boston's last 2 minutes was just awful. Bad
really
shot
bad
selection. The Heat just sped them up. Didn't even try on defense. And I was like, this may fly now, but against the Warriors, that shit will not fly.
It really won't. I guess that's a good segue.
Because the Warriors are a different team.
They are.
Miami had one guy really who could go get his own shot and give you more than 30 a game in this series.
Golden State has probably 4 if you count Wiggins.
And I don't, but you have at least 3 because
at least 3 and
Thompson is can go off any night. He's had a mid playoff, so I'm not gonna say watch out for Klay Thompson, but he can have games. He had that game 6 against Memphis.
Dude, Robert Williams only played 15 minutes in games.
Yeah, I was shocked by that. I think he's going to have a good series against Golden State because Boston's bigs is an advantage that they have over Golden State.
That's what they need to use because if Golden State's shooting too well, this series ends pretty quickly because they can go that lineup with Steph, Poole, Klay, Wiggins, and Draymond, which means Robert Williams has to be off the court or Al Horford. They both can't be on the floor together.
And we've seen that Boston has been beating people with perimeter shots. They beat Miami because they shot the ball better in more games. They beat Milwaukee because Milwaukee gave them threes and they hit them. You're not going to beat Golden State trying to beat them shooting threes. That's what Golden State is. They're just a three-point shooting team that really just has a fast-paced, high-volume offense.
Yeah, I agree. Did you see what Jason Tatum texted Kobe before the game and was like, "I got you" or whatever?
Oh yeah, I did see that. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I don't know why he had to screenshot it and put it everywhere.
Yeah,
but I think I think Tatum's going to be a big problem for the.
Who do you think they're
for the Warriors? I think they're going to start him off with Wiggins because Draymond you want as that ball hawk.
Same thing we talked about with Luka.
Yeah, the safety type. But I think Wiggins is the matchup for them. It'll be interesting to see if they use Kuminga or Moody off the bench because you never know with the Warriors.
Moody didn't play well in that Mavericks series.
Yeah,
he didn't really play.
He wasn't really playing all season, and then all of a sudden he's in the playoffs.
Yeah,
but it should be really interesting. That death lineup for the Warriors or whatever they call that is really good.
So. But Smart versus Curry, Defensive Player of the Year versus probably the scariest person to guard in the NBA besides maybe Giannis.
100%. This isn't Tyler Hero trying to score. This is Steph Curry.
Yeah, and it's not even Jimmy Butler who gave Marcus
problems
ass all series. Steph is a better offensive player than Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I predict a lot of flopping and a lot of complaining through that series.
Him and Grant Williams might as well be actors.
And Draymond's the worst out of all of them.
And this will be the biggest flop series ever.
100%.
Draymond's gonna be one side and the Smart.
You guys are this is the most I've ever seen in the playoffs. Literally every time there's a foul that's called, somebody freaks out about it.
Yeah, and you'll get more flops from Smart, and you'll get an argument about Draymond every time. It's just gonna be annoying, but a good series nonetheless.
Hopefully. It will be good. I think people are predicting Warriors in 5 and stuff like that. I think I'll go Warriors in 6. I'll go Warriors in 6 games.
Warriors are home court, right?
That's a good question. Yes, they are, because Miami would have been, I think.
So
no, Golden State.
Golden State's home. So I'm going to give Warriors in 7. I think Boston can get
Okay.
3. I think Boston's size is.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I know Kevon Looney's been playing like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar this playoffs, but Kevon Looney's not going to do anything against Al Horford.
No, he's not. This isn't Powell or Maxi Kleber.
Right, and he played great last year. He's just getting double-doubles to the Mavericks now.
Yeah,
who the fuck is this?
I think the Warriors should go the route where they don't play Looney and play Poole more.
Yeah,
that was
play
kind
small.
of flip-flopped.
And playing small gets Robert Williams off the floor.
Exactly.
And you want him off the floor because he's a shot blocker.
Yeah.
And less shot blocking on the floor means you can drive and penetrate more open threes.
Right. Yeah, Grant Williams is going to have to be big for the Warriors, or for the Celtics this series. Yeah, I think he's got to really show up because if they do that lineup, I mean, even Horford, even one of them out there is kind of scary. So,
yeah. It's just everyone. I think that it's unfair to write Boston off. I know they've gone back-to-back Game 7s, and the Warriors have had pretty much coasted through. Besides the Game 6 versus Memphis, they've kind of coasted through the playoffs so far. And I don't know whose benefit that really works. And the Celtics are more battle-tested, but I do think that the better overall team is probably the Warriors, not by a lot, but just by a little.
Yeah,
and they're more rested too.
I can see that. It's going to come down to coaching and adjustments too.
And both are great coaches.
Both are good coaches. So yeah, they know what's going on. But
the Warriors also do like Boston's defense is great, but I think the Warriors combat Boston's defense the best because of how well they can shoot.
Yeah,
like it's that switching defense that they play, and it's just when you switch, that's just going to pop up. And shoot.
Yeah, they can't do that. They might have to hedge those screens really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. It's going to be a great series. You said Warriors in 7?
I'll take them in 7 because they have home court.
I'm taking them in 6, but
I think Steph also.
Jack Duffy, like we've been wrong so many times, like I don't even know at this point.
Stop bringing up the Bulls, though, bro. Like the Bulls never were.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about.
It was a dream that the Bulls would win one game, and they did that.
If you guys want, once the offseason starts, I'll break down how Kevin Durant's coming to the team because it's in my head. I know it's
because unfortunately Jokic is not.
Right. Yeah.
Jokic has said that he's signed. You see, it's $260.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I know it's insane money, but he's worth it. I mean, he's 26, 27.
Yeah. I think we could do definitely an episode on how Kevin Durant will come to Chicago in like a year and a half. Maybe by the trade deadline.
No, he's coming this offseason. When Kyrie leaves, yes. Well, we'll figure it out. But yeah, this is going to be a great series. The first game's on Thursday.
Let's talk about what it does for Steph's legacy if he wins.
Oh,
because I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, he'll get the same amount of rings as LeBron." There's no debate with him and KD like all time anymore. I agree with that. That part I agree with. I think if Steph wins another ring and gets Finals MVP like he should,
there's no I think that's top 10 all time for him.
Top 15, top 12.
I think he's top 15 right now.
I think he's top. Okay,
he might not be top 12 right now.
Another ring does though.
Yeah, another ring. He's definitely top 12.
And there's guys with less rings like Hakeem and like those guys that I put in my top 10 and like Bird with only 3. But Hakeem played dirt with Jordan. Like that's unfair.
Yeah.
And I would give Steph more credit as he played against LeBron, but he also had the most overpowered team of all time. So 2 of his rings are kind of like Mickey Mouse rings. And the other one he got without KD, LeBron was playing by himself.
Yeah, and Curry should already have a Finals MVP, but
yeah,
he doesn't. But yeah, maybe top 10 all time. I think we have like Hakeem at 9 and Kobe at 10 or something like that.
I have Kobe 9 and Hakeem 10.
Yeah, something like that. So it's hard to put Steph above those guys, but I mean he's
like his resume will show it. But when you look into his resume, it's just I hate to like negate his finals wins because of like excuses, but it's just his are so glaring.
I know.
It's like Kawhi's ring in Toronto. Like, yes, he did win the ring, and congratulations to him. But also, like, we know Golden State would have won that series
if they were healthy, 100%.
And injuries are part of the game, so I get that. And you probably find an excuse for every single playoff, every single championship in NBA history. But
yeah, they're more glaring. So yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, this LeBron thing isn't really a thing. I mean, I know 3-pointers are more important and that Steph has changed the game in that facet, but LeBron is the second greatest player of all time. They would have the same amount of rings, and Curry would have 2 less MVPs.
3 less Finals MVPs.
3 less Finals MVPs.
And like All-Star selections just because LeBron's played for so long, it's not even close. Same thing with All-NBA.
Right.
Because I think LeBron's been on.
Yeah, he's got those long.
He's got the Kareem stats because of how long he's played, how good he's been.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a stupid discussion. Anyone that thinks that this puts him in that conversation just does not know basketball.
No, but top 12, top 10 is I'm okay with
Yeah, that's reasonable. Especially if he wins one, like, this would be a legitimate championship for him.
Yeah, it would. It really
Yeah.
would. This is probably his easiest matchup, or maybe that first year, no. One of the years in Cleveland, but this is the
Right.
best matchup for him.
And there'd be no excuses for this win
No, none.
that you can make.
But yeah, either way, it's going to be a really good series. And what it means for Jason Tatum if he wins, he's
Yes.
probably a top 10 player in the league. I think he is regardless. He's been playing some really good basketball. But yeah, the Boston has now been to the most NBA Finals of all time, or I think they already
There's
were.
the 22nd one.
Yeah.
It's just,
Great franchise. Fuck Boston, but you guys are pretty good.
like, props to them for moving on. I
Yeah.
also think that Tatum wins the ring and it sets him up for a career path that puts him in that top 10 all-time conversation down the line.
Yeah, he's only
Like-
23 years old.
It's crazy how young he is.
I
actually.
know.
Like, I don't like Boston. We both don't like Boston. We just don't like their fans. But I will say, if Tatum wins a ring, Tatum already has a ring at 23 years old. That's like
Yes.
early. That's very early to
I
win
know,
a ring.
it's
Like
crazy
LeBron
to
didn't
think
win
about.
one till 28.
This was his 5th conference finals.
Yeah, which means he went to his conference finals. Then would be his rookie year too.
Yes.
I think
And
it was
then-
his 4th conference.
Yeah,
finals
that
in
would
5
make more
years.
sense. It's Jalen Brown's 5th, I think.
I think it's his 4th year. I think both have been in 4 and 5.
Really?
Because the first time
When
Because the
Brown
Celtics
was
were-
drafted, they were bad.
they were
That's
like mid, right? And
Right.
Brown was kind of mid too. And
Right.
that season they took off.
I remember that.
But no, they have a very bright future,
Yeah.
and as much as that pains me to say it, they do. So,
Yeah, so hats off to the Celtics fans. Congrats on making it to the finals. That one dude with the tattoo of Boston World Champs 2022.
Yeah, that would be crazy if that
That would
happens.
be wild. Also, I saw something. Joe Johnson gets a ring if the Celtics win.
That's
His
good for
first
him.
ring
Good for
ever.
him. Good
Yeah.
for him.
That
Also,
would be
the
a cool
Celtics
story.
do have Luke Cornett, who's a former Knick. And apparently, if you have a former Knick on your team, like you win a championship every year, like the past
Yeah.
50 years.
Former Knick. Do the Warriors?
No, they don't. Which means that I hope Golden State wins, but that would be
Wow.
kind of crazy if that happened again.
Luke Cornett, Daniel Tyson. There's one other former Bull as well. I forget.
I always like you on this. I know he's like a known person.
Yeah, he is.
I saw a poster.
Oh, Otto Porter. Otto Porter.
Oh, he's on the he's
Yes,
on
yes.
the biggest waste of the contract that we've
Yeah,
history.
fuck Otto Porter.
But yeah, there's not much else to talk about besides this series. We're not going to keep repeating ourselves as much as we already have.
Right.
But I'm hoping for a good series because the players have been kind of shit so far. Like they've been entertaining
Yeah,
in
no,
the
it was a
first
good
round,
last game.
but there's just been so many blowouts, and I'm hoping
Blowouts
for
have been
close
tough.
finals games because I strongly dislike Boston, but it's not the Bulls. So I don't
Yeah.
care about any of these other
I'm also
teams.
excited for this podcast to jump into the offseason.
Yeah, there's more stuff to talk about.
We got a lot of stuff
I want to
coming
break
up.
down the draft and all the free agency
Yeah.
stuff. Best time of the year in basketball.
100%.
So yeah, thank you
Yeah.
guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.